on suspension without pay pending criminal proceedings until the resolution of the criminal charges or there is no longer a need for suspension. I understand representatives of the agency are available to answer any questions. Is Senior Trooper Gee here as well?
He is, Your
He is, Your Honor, Floyd Powell.
Are y'all going to speak on this issue?
We're going to say what we can say publicly, yes, sir.
No, I just mean, right, I understand.
Yes, well, I'm going to make a little presentation.
All right, well, let's hear from the state police and then we'll hear what.
Yes, Your Honor. On July 23rd, 2021, Louisiana State Police was made aware that Trooper Nicholas Gee was the target of an investigation involving veteran affairs fraud. The crimes alleged in that were theft of government funds, false statements to federal agencies, false statements related to healthcare matters, wire fraud, and falsifying documentation. We have received documentation showing that that investigation is still ongoing through an agreement with Trooper Gee with the federal authorities, which would extend the statute of limitations for the investigation and ultimately charging him through, I believe, October of 2024. So the investigation is still ongoing in that matter. At this time, he runs out of annual leave or reaches the 240 mark at the end of this month.
So he's currently on leave?
Yes, Your Honor. And I do not believe we are in any position to bring him back pending the investigation.
Is that it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Powell, please.
Yes. Just got involved in this case yesterday. So the situation is he made an application through a third party for disability benefits. It was a problem that developed when he was overseas in the military. It turns out that the fellow that he had preparing the documents for submission, his application was not authorized to do so, or not, I'm not sure authorized is the right word, was not certified to do so on behalf of people, but he didn't know that. Another trooper gave him the name of this fellow in Baltimore. He talked to him on the phone. The guy made an application for him, and he didn't receive a copy of the application. His signature was electronically applied to the application. He got some benefits, and interestingly, he's still receiving those benefits. The VA investigator approached him. The target of this entire investigation is this guy, George, and I don't know his last name, up in Baltimore, who was the one that is not only on behalf of Mr. Gee, but on behalf of a number of other people, had made some applications that didn't have the complete story in it.
Can I stop you right there, please?
Yes.
All right, and I understand you're going to keep your comments limited because of particular.
Yes, I think I have to talk in pretty much generalities, if you don't mind.
Right.
But anyway, these are some of the points that over the last 24 hours I've conjured up.
So are y'all opposed to the request by the state police?
On be putting on leave, we would like to go back to work, at least in an administrative capacity or something. He's out of leave. In other words, his time off because of the investigation has run. As Jason said, this started in 2021. He was put on suspension in 2022, and he's going to the leave with pay pending investigation he's reached the max, and he's about to run out of his annual leave. think the salient issues from our standpoint are, he's never been arrested, he's never been charged, he's never been indicted, and he hasn't been disciplined for this matter. And it's gone on, it's 20 months now. The feds obviously, I mean, in my experience, move very slowly, bringing something to fruition, and also are very reluctant to give you a lot of feedback or information. You know, I was told if I could get a letter from the feds saying they never were going to charge him, well, that's wishful thinking, that you're going to get a letter from them. But so you understand, he is cooperating with the feds. He's going to be their primary witness.
But part of the cooperation is also an agreement, is there not, by Mr. G to waive or extend the statute of limitations?
He signed, they asked him to sign a waiver of the statute of limitations. I mean, it's not a mystery.
But without that, there would be a decision made by the U.S. government one way or the other, right?
I suspect it would, yes, sir. We don't know what that would be, but the point is, he's not been arrested or charged, and it's been 2 years. So his request is that he's trying to do everything. He's fully cooperating with them. We have letters that allude to that, but I don't have anything from the feds saying that they're never going to charge him or that he's not going to be charged. He's a cooperating witness, and if he gives them the information at the trial, if the man ever goes to trial, if he gives them the information he has provided them in statements and interviews that they've done of him, then they're going to dismiss the charges. But they're not going to send you a letter telling you that. Because when you go to trial, as you know, Mr. Chairman, if they have a deal, they have a written deal with a witness, when they get on cross-examination, that's the first thing that will come out in the trial before the jury, that they made a deal with the witness. So that's his situation.
You're not trying to imply they reserve making a deal. It's just so they don't get impeachment on the witness.
I didn't imply, I don't imply that. That's been my observation.
Oh, you just observed.
That's been my observation in the few criminal federal investigations that I've been involved in. But anyway, he needs to get back to work in some fashion and be willing, fully cooperate, give a statement to IA, whatever's required, he's willing to do. He just needs to come back to work, or he needs a paycheck. It's the bottom line. 2 years is a long time. Might even put the chairman in the bind if he didn't get a paycheck for 2 years. So
you can take the might off of that.
Thank y'all. I understand this is sort of a usual request. I really, it all came to me yesterday, and I had to kind of sort through what the facts are anyway. But we have some, like I said, we have some information that we can supply to the Office of State Police, but it's not going to be, you're totally absolved. They just don't give that out, to my knowledge.
Obviously, what y'all are going to exchange between yourselves has nothing to do with our consideration right now. I just invite y'all to get together and do that. But right now, we got to consider the motion that's pending. Any further?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, may I ask one question?
Certainly. Go ahead.
Okay, you did say that he continues to get those veteran benefits
Yes.
this entire time. Like that has not, they haven't stopped those benefits.
He's appeared and been interviewed by the Veterans Administration investigators and so forth, cooperated with everybody, and they haven't cut off his benefits. So I don't know if the right amount is just going to be, there's no question, I don't think that he's entitled to some benefits. Is the question of the level of benefits. And to be frank with you, in his lawyer's discussions with I'm not his lawyer, but his lawyer's discussion with the feds, with the U.S. Attorney's Office in Shreveport, if it's determined that he's at the wrong level and he's getting too much, he'll pay that back. And if he's getting too little, we don't want to have the final, they haven't made a final decision on that, and they just let it ride for 2 years.
I'm very familiar with the system, so. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions? Anything else from the department?
Not on this matter, Your Honor, but I would like to make a comment to the commission, if I may, on these matters.
Generally.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I want to thank the commission staff for working with us over the past 2 weeks to get a number of these issues resolved. Going forward, we're hoping that with a little bit of room to maneuver coming out of this, that we'll be able to present matters to y'all instead of day of hearing, hopefully a month or two before, so that we can give y'all time and certainly give us time to reach resolutions in these matters.
That would be appreciated.
Yes, sir.
All right, so now we would entertain a motion to go into executive session to discuss allegations of misconduct relative to two pending requests for approval settlements, amicable settlements of Daniel Cedars and Keith Bergeron, as well as to discuss allegations of misconduct in regards to Senior Trooper Nicholas G. I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Been moved and seconded. Take a roll call vote, please.
Jared Ricky,
Yes.
Mark Cole,
Yes.
Oliver Jenkins,
Yes.
Tony Marie,
Yes.
Ross Goodchild,
Yes.
Monty Matalaga,
Yes.
and Ulysses Simi.
Yes. Okay, it's been 4 on the agenda, consideration of request by Office of State Police in accordance with Rule 12.5 to place Senior Trooper Nicholas G. on suspension without pay pending criminal proceedings until the resolution of the criminal charges or there is no longer a need for suspension. Do we have any motions?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the suspension and allow Senior Trooper G to use his accrued leave until it's exhausted. Should he exhaust his leave prior to the next commission meeting, Senior Trooper G will be placed on administrative leave with pay pursuant to Rule 12.5D.
It's been moved. Do we have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? The point I need to make is we have no information to make the decision that y'all are asking us to make, other than you made the request. We have to have a basis for your request. If you want us to consider this man being without pay, we've got to have some information upon which to make that decision, other than there's an investigation going on. So if y'all want us to consider that, you're free at the next meeting to bring this issue up again, give us, get the notice in time for it to get on the agenda, but come with some information that we can consider.
Yes, sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.